Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Basilisk Reacts. For today we are getting into Chris Webby back on my BS official video. I have been covering quite a lot of rant content and I have decided to really branch out to Token and to Chris Webby. So relatively new to Chris Webby. I think I have done a reaction on Ren featuring Chris Webby or Chris Webby featuring Ren. Baggage truly was a masterpiece. I was super impressed, so I'm very excited to get into Chris Webby some more. But I don't know for this one if this is the right one to check out. It was the very first one when I just looked up Chris Webby, so hopefully it's a good one. Yeah, I'm trying to get to know him because I am planning on doing some more Chris Webby content. So guys, whatever recommendations you may have, please let me know. Because I'm very new and I'm trying to get to know Chris Webby some more. Alright guys, we're going to be watching it together. After, I'm gonna rewind the whole clip and perform a bit of an analysis, see if we can zoom in on some cool moments. Alright, let's get into it.
You know, nowadays, people find one thing you said 8, 9, 10 years ago, bring it back up now and cancel your whole fucking career over it. So let me make it easy for you and just say it all right now. My pronouns are fuck you and suck my dick. Unglued, I punch through and bust my clip. I'm a feminist worst enemy running my lip. Now get back in the kitchen, you fucking uptight bitch. Far as gender roles go, maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just sick of women's marches blocking the road. Sick of a culture where a bitch will think looks alone is enough to walk around like the whole world owes them. And in my opinion, ladies, yo, we both got a place in the way that the world works. Since we all were just apes, and when you need us to protect you, man will shoulder the weight. And if he doesn't, he's a pussy, which I know is the case with a lot of these little Gen Z arrogant jerks who got so many MMR shots they brains don't work. And they've been saying for years that autism's on the rise. No shit, it's right in front of our eyes. And yeah, I know that I'm an old head now, I'm grown and graduated. I made it just in time to be considered outdated to a younger generation who didn't grow up saying Jew jokes and words like faggot when they were playing. So now I'm just a bigot for the culture I was raised in, back in the days when Chinese just meant Asian and people were too busy to just sit around complaining. So why the whole world keep changing? Spread the word. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide. And go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm the generation that I grew up with an iPad, so I think it's silly what these kids identify as. Still make jokes anytime I see a pride flag. Never out of hate, it's just funny to me, my bad. Is it a trans man or a cross-dressing man who's physically achieving the things that only a man can? Then demanding that I be calling a ma'am, and shit is out of hand, but damn trans ma'am. I'm just a dumb cis man, but at least I'm trying to fucking understand. But it seems that I've been passed by the society that I'm in, walking around looking confused at things like Biden. Wait, let me not compare myself to a pedophile, though I do buy coke from his son once in a while. He be putting in his orders to an Al-Qaeda supporter who just walks right over the fucking border about a mile. Hunter did the whole pile, I just did a couple bumps. Then he bought a couple kids and he threw them in the trunk. Wait, fuck, I am so not down with this kind of stuff. And that's how I killed myself when the Clinton showed up. Yeah, I'ma talk shit in a world gone stupid, taking ivermectin while the world got boosted, trying to hold ground while the world's uprooted, speaking up till the world mutes it. Spread the word. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide. And go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind.
You're all a bunch of pussies.
Ever since I said I'm voting Trump, I've been a bad guy too. A group of fans I didn't even know I had to lose. And since you're leaving, let me read you one last haiku. Yo, guess what? I voted for him last time too. But you used to hate Trump. How dare you change your opinion? How dare you grow as a person? How dare you say something different than the stuff you used to say? How dare you consider switching? I loved you when I agreed. Now I hate you just for existing. Hate you for this, that, and I hate you for living. I'll comment every time you post, and I'll say that you're grifting and hate women. You're a racist and a shameful depiction of white privilege, a supremacist, a rapist, a
villain, a fucking Nazi. Basically, he murdered the Jews. He dog whistles, gaslights are the words that I use. I don't quite know what they mean, but I heard them on the news. What I'm trying to say is, Webby, fuck you.
Fuck you, bitch, I'm still the same Webby. I'm still in Connecticut. I'm still donating every year to save the elephants. Still say thank you for your service to the veterans. And still fuck your mom every Thursday when I'm in town. I bust that bitch down. Didn't like me then? Well, how you like me now? Cause bitch, I'm a pro. I don't need a pro now. So from right now till I'm in the ground, going
Spread the word. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide.
pussy.
Then go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind. And now I'm back on my bullshit.
Webby's back, motherfucker.
So first impressions, guys, I think he has done it in a very classy way, but he is, yeah, just talking about the state of the world right now and all of the changes that he has seen when it comes to the public, how everyone is now, yeah, triggered. Oh, no, it's not triggered. Back on my bullshit. I know that there is a song called "Triggered." I don't know if it was Chris Webby, if I seen it just moments ago, but yeah, I think for his generation, I don't know his exact age, but I think he has done a very well job at really. Everyone is thinking it, but now Chris Webby is really saying it in a song, and yeah, I think very classy because you can how do I put this? You always have to be mindful of what you say, right? And especially now, as Chris Webby is also trying to portray here, you just have to be mindful not to, yeah, trigger other people, and that is more than ever before is kind of the main theme of social media and people just talking out or speaking out, voicing out their opinions. But I think it's hard to argue with how he is all showing us this. And as for Chris Webby as an artist, as a rap artist, I think he has a very nice clear way of speaking. So I did not need any subtitles at all. And English isn't my first language, but there are other artists that I really appreciate the subtitles for. But for Chris Webby, very clear pronunciation. So I think that's a very important and valuable asset to have as a rap artist. So yeah, I think Chris Webby is a very yeah, he killing it with this one. For the message, yeah, I completely agree, and I feel yeah, I almost feel as if it is an increasing feeling of being an outcast or whatever, because I have all of these opinions that I imagine Chris Webby is having as well when it comes to watching the world, right? The new generation coming up, gaining popularity, and all of those opinions gaining popularity with the Gen Z and all of the fluid, gender fluid, all of these things. Yeah, I think Chris Webby and I really are having the same kind of mindset for that. I don't even know how to categorize it. I don't even know how to really. I feel like I just want to put it all on one big pile, all of the LGBTQ and the gender and just people, you know, successfully finding something that is triggering them that has nothing to do with them, right? It feels like I just want to put it all on one pile, and maybe I am too controversial when I say this, but yeah, I am definitely not as classy as Chris Webby, definitely not succeeding in making my point when it comes to that aspect. But I think Chris Webby has done a very good job with this one. I really like the production, and I don't think it's You know, I don't think it's disrespectful or anything at all, and I don't think he's reaching. I think he's making really good points from a position that is really not too crazy to find yourself in. So yeah, guys, Chris Webby, yeah, I would say it still is in line of what I seen earlier with Ren. Baggage, amazing production, and I think this one also a very high production song. I really like it. Let's dive into the analysis and see if we can zoom in on some cool moments. Pause a bit more.
Bring it back up now and cancel your whole fucking.
It's a nice, I would say it's a very classic hip hop beat. It does miss what I would say. I think it would even be more fitting of the title classic hip hop beat if the drums were a bit more powerful, a bit more heavy. It is not the case with this one, but I think it does then shift a bit more towards the more sophisticated kind of hip hop beat, more modern.
Career over it. So let me make it easy for you.
But still, for sure, has that
right
old school hip hop beat traditional.
My pronouns are fuck you and suck my dick. Unglued, I punch through and bust my clip. I'm a feminist worst enemy running my lip. Now get back in the kitchen.
And this shot, I don't know if this is Chris Webby's doing, but this is the shot I also recognize the kind of style, right? This scene in Baggage I have seen as well. Just light shining through, but not lighting up the whole room. Yeah, maybe this is part of Chris Webby that we're seeing. Maybe this is a reoccurring event. Maybe we will see this in another music video as well. We'll see.
Suck my dick, unglued, I punch through and bust my clip. I'm a feminist worst enemy running my lip. Now get back in the kitchen, you fucking uptight bitch. Far as gender roles go, maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just sick of women's marches blocking the road. Sick of a culture where a bitch will think looks alone is enough to walk around like the whole world owes them. And in my opinion, lady.
Right? I mean, it is. I would imagine people getting triggered by it, but I mean, the evidence is there, right? It's not like he is making this up, right? There are people that will be triggered when listening to this song, but I think the majority will also be listening to this song and thinking, yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing, right? Even me, I don't really leave my house a whole lot, but still I can really I can almost feel it in my bones when he is rapping this part. I'm like, yeah, I totally see what you mean. I totally understand what you're saying, right? I have all the images in my head. People, yeah, Karens, stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's not crazy, guys. It's not crazy at all to agree with Chris Webby.
Ladies, yo, we both got a place in the way that the world works. Since we all were just apes, and when you need us to protect you, man, he'll shoulder the weight. And if he doesn't, he's a pussy, which I know is the case with a lot of these little Gen Z arrogant jerks who got so many MMR shots, their brains don't work. And they've been saying for years that autism's on the rise. No shit, it's right in front of our eyes. And yeah, I know that I'm an old head now.
Yeah, I was actually kind of confused because I feel like I should be getting this as well, but they've been saying that autism is on the rise. Well, no shit, it's been happening in front of our eyes, or it's in front of our eyes. But I don't really know what he is referring to actually, because yeah, what could he be referring to? What is so obvious to see that it is happening in front of our eyes?
Autism's on the rise, no shit, it's right in front of our eyes. And yeah, I know that I'm an old head now, I'm grown and graduated. I made it just in time to be considered outdated to a young.
I think what would be a potential explanation is I kind of see, and I am throwing a bit of my own information from my own experiences here, but I think all of the labels, all of the diagnoses that have been made I think on a global scale, diagnosis like autism or what is it, bipolar, or let's say all of the mental kind of mental illnesses or mental deviancies, I think is way more. We're getting massively way more diagnosed in comparison to, let's say, 20 or 30 years ago. So yeah, I think it's kind of the time. It's the world as we know it right now. There are, to me, it feels like everyone is being diagnosed with whatever. And I think earlier, 20 to 30 years ago, it wasn't the case as much as it is now. So maybe that is what Chris Webby is trying to portray here. It is on the rise, yeah, of course, because everyone is jumping on the autism train. It feels like, I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm missing the point here. Maybe I should be diagnosed.
Younger generation didn't grow up saying Jew jokes and words like faggot when they were playing. So now I'm just a bigot for the culture I was raised in. Back in the days when Chinese just meant Asian and people were too busy to just sit around complaining. So why the whole world keep changing? Spread the word.
Yeah, everyone just sitting around and complaining. Yeah, for real. I really do feel this. And I think it's nice to include something like back in the day. Now, people are not calling each other, kids are not calling each other faggot anymore because everyone is just so scared of the aftermath, right? When you call someone faggot, yeah, it almost feels like you're fearing a penalty, like jail sentence or whatever. But I don't know. To me as a kid, it was just a way to insult your friends, right? It was never about oppressing a certain group of people because, well, when I used to call other people gay, it was never about the sexuality, never. So yeah, times have really changed. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think the new generation will have other words, but I don't know. Um, Maybe in 20 to 30 years from now, we will have these exact same problems with those specific words. But yeah, we're not heading the right way. I would say when it comes to yeah, human just living alongside each other, just the human connection. I don't think we're heading the right way.
He's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide. And go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm the generation that I grew up with an iPad, so I think it's silly what these kids identify as. Still make jokes anytime I see a pride flag, never out of hate, it's just funny to me, my bad. Is it a trans man or a cross-dressing man who's physically...
Yeah, the whole identify, I think, is just so tricky, man. Everyone is just feeling entitled, so entitled, and all of the identifying as other things than the norm. The norm. I even feel pretty scared actually to call that even the norm because that would suggest, oh, so it's abnormal when you don't, right, conform to what is considered the norm. Yeah, it does not feel like a free world anymore when you just have to constantly remind yourself to use all friendly words or whatever to describe anything. Yeah, I think it's to me, I think it's a big problem actually. Yeah, I don't know if now is the right time to get into it, but let's proceed.
achieving the things that only a man can, then demanding that I be calling a ma'am, and shit is out of hand, but damn trans ma'am, I'm just a dumb cis man, but at least I'm trying to fucking understand, but it seems that I've been passed by the society that I'm in, walking around looking confused at things like Biden. Wait.
Yeah, I totally feel the same way because I feel like, aren't we all growing? Aren't we all growing with each other? But I really do feel like something has drastically changed around me. And I think more importantly, in America, because I think it's a very vocal minority that has been responsible for, yeah, just the global scale level effects. Everyone is triggered. right? And I think it's because of a very small minority, actually, when we compare it to all of the people that are like would be considered old school way of thinking, in possession of the old school way of thinking. So I don't know how that happened, guys. I think it's the power of the media, selective media, that we have been exposed to. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, guys.
Let me not compare myself to a pedophile, though I do buy coke from his son once in a while. He be putting in his orders to an Al-Qaeda supporter who just walks right over the fucking border about a mile. Hunter did the whole pile, I just did a couple bumps. Then he bought a couple kids and he threw them in the trunk. Wait, fuck, I am so not down with this kind of stuff. And that's how I killed myself when the Clinton showed up. Yeah, I'm a...
So I am actually bummed out for not having the necessary information to really see this part as very impactful, because I can imagine that there have been some things, right, that have gained some attention, maybe not really, how do you say that in English? The propaganda, right? There have been some information out there that is just not putting the White House or America, the politicians, in good daylight. I really don't keep up with politics or things in the same kind of category. So for sure, I am missing information here. But I think it's very ballsy, right? It's very ballsy to speak out on it, because of course we have seen that that can also come with some risk.
I talk shit in a world gone stupid. Taking ivermectin while the world got boosted. Trying to hold ground while the world's uprooted. Speaking up till the world mutes it.
Spread the word. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide. Then go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind.
You're all a bunch of pussies.
Ever since I said I'm voting Trump, I've been a bad guy too. A group of fans I didn't even know I had to lose. And since you're leaving, let me read you one last haiku. Yo, guess what? I voted for him last time too. But you used to hate Trump. How dare you change your opinion? How dare you grow as a person? How dare you say something different than the stuff you used to say? How dare you consider switching? I loved you when I agreed. Now I hate you just for existing. Hate you for this, that, and I hate you for living. I'll comment every time you post, and I'll say that you're grifting and hate women. You're a racist and a shameful depiction of white privilege, a supremacist, a rapist, a villain, a fucking Nazi. Basically, he murdered the Jews. He dog whistles, gaslights are the words that I use. I don't quite know what they mean, but I heard them on the news. What I'm trying to say is, Webby, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, I think, I addressed it in another video, but I don't know exactly which one it was. But I think because of social media being so big as it is now, right? Everyone has kind of had the time to really get acquainted with the internet and with communication through the internet, through the comment section or through forums or whatever. And it's just way easier for people to really state their opinion, right? And it will be seen by a lot of people. And that is just the complexity of man. Well, I wouldn't actually say that's complex, because it to me it feels like entry level, actually, entry level psychology. But when you are unknowingly strolling the internet and you read things like all of the negative things that we have seen right here, right? It's easy to share an opinion. It's easy to make your opinion known as well. And I don't know, you also get a sense of safety, because you are just sitting behind you're sitting behind your desk, or you're sitting behind your phone. So you don't really see your words having that much risk, right? You feel kind of safe. What is going to happen? And I think people are more often than not abusing that sense of safety to just put out some hateful comments or whatever. And I think it's an ego thing here, guys. Loving an artist when you agree with them, and when an artist evolves, right? When an artist is living his own life, forming his own opinions, forming his own ideas, prone to change, because of course you can be provided information that alters your idea, which is only natural. Yeah, people are just there to really people love to agree with people making points that they agree. People love, I don't know, people love themselves, man, for real.
I don't quite know what they mean, but I heard them on the news. What I'm trying to
Just looking for validation of self through others sharing the same opinion, something like that, guys.
say is Webby, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch, I'm still the same Webby. I'm still in Connecticut. I'm still donating every year to save the elephants. Still say thank you for your service to the veterans. And still fuck your mom every Thursday when I'm in town. I bust that bitch down. Didn't
Yeah, I really loved it actually because, of course, he's making some, well, I don't want to say making points, but he is still the same Webby, still showing appreciation for the veterans. And when he jokingly is making this statement,
mom every Thursday, veterans, and still fuck your mom every Thursday when I'm
every Thursday, that would all, to me, I was expecting that to be the line, right? But then he doubled down and even and elaborated on it a bit further, which I thought was very funny and a very nice touch.
in town. I bust that bitch down. Didn't like me then? Well, how you like me now? Cause bitch, I'm a pro. I don't need a pro now. So from right now until I'm in the ground, going spread the word.
Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide.
Pussy.
Then go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again.
faggots.
And this time I think I've truly lost my mind. And now I'm back on my bullshit.
Webby.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know for sure, guys, but I think it is coincidental. I think it's a nice way of explaining this now. It was a nice way in, me just having a small talk about the social media and the internet and the growth of it and the potential. But the smartphone, I think, symbolizes the community that he is inevitably, right, is going to have to handle, is going to have to handle. Yeah, I'm looking for a synonym, but I think handle is probably right. He is just an old school guy trying to stay away from all of the negativity, all of the confusion, all of the what I would consider all of the how do I say that? Just maybe bigotry, all of the lower frequency vibes. The title is back on my bullshit, but I think it is only right to interpret it that way when it is addressed to the people that he is talking about, because I wouldn't say it's bullshit. I think he is a very down to earth artist and human being. So I wouldn't call this back on my bullshit. But I would imagine the people that he is calling out, right, would consider this bullshit.
On that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide.
pussy.
Yeah, if you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide, because yeah, pussies don't want to be triggered, right? Pussies don't want to be triggered, so it's best to run and hide, because there is always going to be someone telling you something, right? Or not even addressed to you, not even directed to you, and still people find themselves triggered. So yeah, it's great advice.
And go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind. And now I'm back on my bullshit.
Webby's.
Yeah. So Chris Webby, I think very interesting, because I don't know, I love discussing state of the world and the people. I just find people so interesting. So I spend a lot of time actually when it comes to why people are making certain decisions, certain choices. So for Chris Webby to address such a big part of the world, right, and the state of it as of now, yeah, I think it's very interesting to see what Chris Webby's take is on it. Um, Very nice, clean vocals, rap. I think it is more of a um, this is more focused on the information within the song rather than rap techniques or yeah, a showcase of whatever he can do. This was, I think, more of a showcase of yeah, what keeps him busy, right? What he is thinking about, what his vision is, and I think that's very interesting. So if Chris Webby is really maintaining that kind of vibe of really speaking out on his thoughts, yeah, for sure, I'd like to stick around, guys. That's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed watching this with me. If you have any recommendation, guys, I'm very curious to see what Chris Webby has in store more. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next.